True Grit from 1969. Now, my buddy Ken at Mid-Level Media is doing this thing in January called the Mid-Level Media Western Month, where a bunch of other YouTubers are reviewing Western movies, and it's this giant get-together thing in the community. Now, I wanted to review many more Westerns than just the one, but I did catch that virus, and quite frankly, it put me out for weeks. So this review is long overdue, but I'm here to give you my honest, no BS take on True Grit and let you know if it's worth a watch. Let's go. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and I want to say thank you so much for being here and clicking on this video. I'm sending a ton of positive vibes your way. If you want to support the channel, then of course hit like and subscribe, and if you really want to support the channel, then go follow me on Patreon. And don't forget about my partners at Movie Scene Canada as well. Their link will be down below in the description. So, we have True Grit from 1969 from director Henry Hathaway, and you know him from such films as The Lives of a Bengal Dancer, The Dark Corner, The Sons of Katie Elder, and You're in the Navy. And in True Grit, we follow Mattie Ross, played by Kim Darby, a young woman who is living in Yell County, Arkansas in 1880 with her family, including her father Frank Ross, who is killed by his hired man Tom Chaney, played by Jeff Corey, after a drunken night of cards. Seeking justice, Maddie travels to Fort Smith in search of a man with true grit to hunt down and apprehend Tom Chaney. After discovering that Chaney has fled to Indian Territory and only a U.S. Marshal can get him, as well as the fact that Chaney is also with a group of outlaws led by a man named Ned Pepper, played by Robert Duvall, Maddie hires U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn, played by John Wayne, who is a mad whiskey drinker. Along with the help of young Texas Ranger Mr. LaBeef, played by Glen Campbell, the three of them ride off to bring Chaney and Pepper to justice. So is this film worth a watch? I would say yes. Now, I have to stop this review and let you guys know, honestly, this is my first John Wayne movie. Really, it is. And people might turn off this review right now and go, oh, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's never seen a John Wayne movie. However, I do think it's a good sign that I haven't seen any John Wayne movies, and after watching this movie, I want to watch all of them. So guys, let me know down in the comment section, what is your favorite John Wayne movie? I'm a newbie to this, let me know. But even having said that, I did enjoy this movie, and I do think it is worth a watch because John Wayne has this screen presence to him. He is definitely the American, lone, rugged, capable cowboy archetype. And I'm not even American, and I was swept up in it. And I'm like, I totally see why this guy was so popular. I understand why this guy basically captured a whole generation. Like, my girlfriend's dad has seen all of his movies, and growing up he loved all of his movies. So John Wayne, I can completely see why he captured an entire generation, and you know what, I wish that I was around back then too to see all of John Wayne's movies. So again, after True Grit, I definitely want to watch, you know, his whole filmography, why not? But he's also fantastic in this movie, and his voice just commands the screen. It's so funny because I'd never seen any of his movies before, but I recognized his voice. His voice is what I think really works because it's powerful and it's commanding, and you just have to listen whenever he speaks. It's a very endearing performance, but Kim Darby is the one that really impressed me. She is charismatic, she is capable, and her determination I find really endearing. That's the one quality where I'm like, you know what, Mattie Ross, I'm with you, sister. I totally want to see Tom Chaney brought to justice because you are so invested into it, and I loved it. And their chemistry together, John Wayne and Kim Darby, it's just phenomenal. Really, I wish that the movie was just about them. Now, I know this is based on a book, right? So they can't just, you know, destroy a certain character. Like, imagine if they redid Harry Potter and they just cut out Ron Weasley. It just wouldn't work. So I understand why they didn't cut out Glen Campbell's character. He's fine in the movie, he does a good job also, but the chemistry between Kim Darby and John Wayne is the relationship that I really enjoyed the most. I think that is the true heart of the movie. And of course, like other westerns, this movie is about the wilderness and adventure and going out into the unknown, and this movie does a great job of that too. There's a lot of sweeping landscapes. I believe that this was filmed near Colorado as opposed to Arkansas and Oklahoma like the actual story says it does. But I definitely loved that, and I found this movie for the most part to be very engaging, especially the final third of the movie where it's exciting, it's engaging, you have shootouts, you have rattlesnakes, you have characters in need of medical attention, so they have to rush through the wilderness to get them to the nearest town. It's very exciting stuff, and overall this is just a very well-made western. Now, for me personally, and again, I gotta preface by saying that I haven't seen any other John Wayne movies, so I understand that I'm, you know, being blasphemous towards John Wayne fans, but the only problems I have with this movie, really, I felt like it dragged a couple times, especially in the beginning, because I feel like I got the information that I needed, and then we still need to get Mattie Ross to get some money, and then she's swindling some people out of buying some ponies. And I'm like, you know what? I don't find this very exciting. I don't find this very engaging. I don't find this really doing anything for the character, because we already know that she's capable. We already know what she wants. We already know what she needs. We're not really doing anything new. We're just getting her some money. But I feel like there could have been a more concise way of doing that. So I feel like the movie kind of takes a while to actually get going for the adventure to really begin. But even on the adventure, there are some moments where I'm like, okay, I'm losing interest a little bit. But for the most part, and the relationship between the characters is what really kept me invested. But a couple times where I'm like, come on guys, I'm getting a little bored here. Now I will admit that might just be me being new to John Wayne movies, but I gotta be honest, I did find myself, you know, checking my watch a few times. And the other part is that the whole reason why Mattie Ross is going to Fort Smith and trying to find justice is for her father, right? She loved her father. We barely saw it. You know, like second scene into the movie, he dies, and there's one scene where Mattie Ross is crying over the death of her father. Totally get it, but I don't know. I feel like I needed that one scene of them on the farm, of them really having that great relationship. Like there's one little scene where they talk, and I didn't even know if she was the daughter or the secretary. It didn't feel like they really loved each other. There wasn't like this really strong bond. I mean, maybe start the movie off slower that way, and then have them really start to show their relationship to us, the audience. And then of course when he dies, we're like, oh no, that relationship is gone. We really want to see Tom Janey brought to justice, but we don't really see that in the beginning. So those are my overall complaints. So again, guys, for John Wayne fans, go easy on me here, guys. I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 5 because I did enjoy it. I understand that he did get an Oscar for this, John Wayne. I believe it's the only movie he ever did, so I guess I'm starting off with a good movie here. But again, guys, let me know what other John Wayne movies I should see. I really want to watch more of them because he did really impress me in this movie, and I did enjoy it. Again, 3 out of 5 is a positive score, and of course, as you can see, I do like this movie. And I want to give a giant shout out to Ken from Mid-Level Media for coming up with this wonderful idea of Western Month. I probably would have not watched True Grit, or probably would have just kept pushing it down the line if it wasn't for this wonderful month. So thank you so much, and it was really fun to see a lot of those other Western videos. So thank you so much, and thank you so much to you watching this video if you made it this far. I really do appreciate it. If you want to support this channel, then hit like and subscribe, and again, go follow me on Patreon also. And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Letterboxd at BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much. See you soon.